Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I just just just
What's up, guys? What's up, Karma? How you doing? Karma, can you hear me? What's up, guys? What's up, Karma? How you doing? Karma, can you hear me? What's Karma? Can you hear me?
ugly.
What's going on? Can y'all hear me in the
Oh, I
chat?
think I can hear it. I got it, sister. I
You can
got
hear me?
it. I got it.
You can hear me, Karma?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. How are you doing this evening?
Okay. I'm doing good in yourself. I have it, sister. I got it.
I'm doing
Okay.
good,
I'm
Karma. I'm
doing
doing good.
great.
Did you watch tonight's
Yes.
episode?
You know what? I was just getting in, but I have been watching it.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, I know last week you didn't get the opportunity to come up, so I wanted you to come up this week. Um, it was a lot that happened. We let J Dot come up
Yes.
and he told his side. I wanted you to come and tell your side or address anything that you want to address or anything.
Uh-huh.
So let's start with the
Um,
with the first half. I guess we can get right into it. So let's start with last
um,
week episode when you said when I asked you about what made you to go off him, you said his energy. And a lot of people felt like that wasn't enough to go off to
uh-huh.
violate a person or get in a person's personal space. What do you want to say about that?
Now hold on. My sister was calling me. Say that one more time,
I
Greg.
said, let's start with last week episode when we asked
Mm-hmm.
you, why did you go off on Jedi? You say he's his energy. What do you say about
His
what do you say to
energy.
yes? What do you say to the people that say that was not enough to do him like the get in his face the way you did?
No. If they were taking this journey with me and J Dot, they you can clearly just see that J Dot is not for me.
Mm-hmm.
He has been attacking me and my character since I've been on the show.
Wait,
Is
wait,
as if he
let's go back to the first one though. The first interaction y'all had, he haven't said nothing to you at that point. You said you went off.
it was the way he was treating me when we were before that. Didn't we go to like a museum to see some paintings and
Yeah,
things,
we did do
right?
that. Mm-hmm. He was showing
And
you
I
a certain
just
way
seen how
there.
he was. Yes, 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 yes. It began from there. And I was
Okay,
just seeing how he was interacting with me as if he did not want it to be in the crowd and stuff like that. And I judged it from there, the
gotcha.
interaction that we had in public and stuff like that. So,
So it
yeah,
was more just his interaction. It didn't feel genuine to you, I guess. That's the word we
no,
can
it
use.
didn't. Absolutely.
Um, Watching back what you did, do you regret how you responded? Do you feel like you now, because you're in a different space, a better space, do you feel like, do you wish you probably could have responded better in terms of like getting your point out without the violence and without getting his face like that?
No, absolutely not. I think everything needed to happen the way it happened.
Okay. So no
No,
regrets.
no, none.
Okay. Um, we also seen in tonight episode, which you was there, you and him did make up. Meaning, you know, Ty brought y'all together. Ty's friend with both of y'all. Y'all had a conversation with Ty, and you know, you heard J Dot out, and J Dot heard you out. And for somewhat, y'all made up in a sense of like whatever you want to call it. Do you remember that scene? And like, was that genuine when you made up with him, or like thinking back about that? What was
Oh,
that about?
with me and Ty sitting down with him.
Yes. That was tonight. That played
Oh, you
tonight.
know what's so crazy? You know what? At that moment of time, I can't say my guard was up, but I kind of thought he was going to work on himself.
Okay.
As you know, I really thought he was going to really work on himself after that talk, but it seemed like it just kept going left from there. He was
Gotcha.
very
So
much, I feel like he was on attack mode.
okay, so
Hello?
I hated that conversation. So it's safe to
Mhm.
say you was willing to give him a chance in that moment. You sat down with Ty, but after that, you knew for sure that thing was not going to go back in the right direction.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Also,
it's
too,
safe
in
to say
tonight
that.
episode, we seen you have a conversation with Vaughn. Do you remember the conversation with Vaughn that you had about when Vaughn met with you the next day? He was embracing you and just telling you like, you know, don't listen to what Jada is saying about Miss Jenner you and all that type of stuff. Do you remember that conversation?
Yes, somewhat remember that, but yeah, I
Yeah.
soaked it in, all of the
Okay.
advice and stuff like that. Yes.
Um, you also mentioned about. Well, hold on 1 minute. Let's go back to last week because this is another point I wanted to make.
hmm
How do you feel about we have a some trans woman that basically said that you was wrong and that you should never have
Oh, I
this. Did you see that?
yes, but fill me in more. I
Okay.
seen that, and I seen that on today. I didn't seen it on any other day. I seen it on today. So I
Okay.
was kind of like, but fill me in, please, so I don't have to be on attack mode because I was very much like, she don't even know, like, what the fuck? But go ahead, Greg. Could you fill me in?
Yes, I got you. So she came up and she felt like the fact that you saying that you was going off J Dot energy is not enough to act like that.
Uh-huh.
So she felt like you act totally out. You was totally
Yes,
wrong.
and it was another trans. That was a trans woman that said
Yes,
that.
there
I
was
was
a trans
very
woman.
kind of
Yes, she said you
yes,
wasn't acting woman like, and she went back to the first episode where you fought Christy, like you took your wig off. So she was just saying the way you've been acting is not ladylike.
Um, to be honest with you, I want to say so much. I want to say I don't give a fuck what is ladylike. When it comes to karma, it's my business to protect who I am, and I felt very under, like I was attacked by this man, like he was sent to attack me. So every time that he has something to say or misgender me, yes, I am going to go ballistic. Of course, I am. You don't want to be misgendered, especially not when the public eye is viewing and you have thousands of people looking at you. No, you don't want that. So,
So at
I
what
just felt
point?
like he was
Let me
not,
ask you this though, Carmen. At what point where a person can say what they want to say, where it don't result to violence for you?
you know
Is
what,
it?
you
Are
know
you
what, you
saying
know
it?
what, you know what. I felt like, you know what? It's bullshit with J Dot, honey. That motherfucker don't. It's okay to say that he does not respect me. It's
Mhm.
okay, and I'm fine by that. I see that he don't respect the person that I am, and I am okay.
So,
But I
so let-
see that,
what I'm asking you though, is it to a point now where you won't fight him anymore if he say those things,
you
or
know
if he?
what, you know what, I don't came to, I feel like I done built my skin tough enough to sit in a room and he say those things and it may not bother me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am growing on myself and it shouldn't matter what people call me, is
Mm-hmm.
what I answer up to. Um I'm still gonna be great in front of him. I don't give a fuck, you know. He still has a lot of growing to do when it comes to learning about the LGBT and the trans community anyway. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like he's fighting his own demons. I feel like I'm living my life out of something that he may want to live.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's a lot of hate because I'm being my authentic self. That's what I feel. I feel like, yeah,
Yeah,
because I'm so
I got you.
comfortable in my skin and he's so bothered.
So basically, what I got from what you said too is like, you won't, it won't be any of those type of outrageous lash out throwing things at
No,
him.
it shouldn't be that because at this moment of time, you should address me by karma. You don't have to call me
Mm-hmm.
ma'am. You don't have to call me
That's true.
miss. You know? Now, and if you're doing it, now you're doing it out of spite and you're doing it out of hatred and you're doing
Mm-hmm.
it for a reaction to get, to blow my mind. Like, I'm not with the
Mm-hmm.
bullshit. I'm not with the games. You know better. And he knows better. But you know what? I feel like it was very much, I could be full of myself. And sometimes I have to
Mm-hmm.
tell myself to come down off the ladder that I'm on. Or maybe he just feel like this is just this bitch is somebody. I'm gonna pick on this hoe. Yeah, let me see if I can get some ratings off this bitch. She probably want a little clout off of me, you know. You
Gotcha.
know,
But Jada have
yeah.
always said, at least in all the episode we have seen, he said that he really do like you though.
You know what? That's bullshit.
Okay.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I can remember, I hate to even talk about this, but how can somebody that likes me, in the same breath of you telling me, oh, I'm sorry for your loved one passing, and then get online and air me out and call me this and call me that? You don't mean me no motherfucking good.
Mm.
No, I don't feel like J Dot sees it for me, and it's okay for him not to see it for me. Or why is he acting so ugly? I'm trying to understand the ugliness of him not liking me now. Regards, it made me feel like you still not satisfied because you didn't get your one or something.
But
I
it
don't
seemed like he
know.
never wanted to fight you. Every time you try to fight him, he never fight back for real.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He had no business disrespecting me and misgendering me. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. No Tina Shay. When I go out in public, honey, all I hear is yes, ma'am, this, and yes, ma'am, that. I don't have problems in society unless a gay person or somebody want to give me problems or make it seem like
Gotcha.
it's a problem because of my agenda. You know?
Yeah, so you saying that you
Yeah,
feel like
we
it'd be more the gay community give you problem
yes.
than like quote unquote straight people.
Absolutely. Let's not. It's about let's not focus on my agenda because that's what you want it to be focused on. So you could try to shame me in the same sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Wow.
But
Let me ask you about this. We seen the first episode you and Chrissy fight, and then y'all made up. Are you and Chrissy good today?
absolutely, from what I think we are, I looked back at it and I was so pleased and I was so honored that it went so well. Like, I looked
Yeah,
at
it
her
really
facial
did.
expressions. I can tell that we really had filled up a gap of the understanding of where we needed to get to. And I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm
Gotcha.
glad.
Is it one day that hopefully you and Jada can get to that same place?
Oh my God, you know what? We never know, but I don't see it happening. 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 I feel like he will always hate my guts, and
I
that
don't
is
think he
that.
hates you
And
though,
just
Karma.
you know what, honey, that motherfucker is he's something to me. He's
But
something
I don't
because
think
this
he
this
hates you though.
shit.
That's a strong word.
Oh well, he dislikes something,
Well,
or
you remember he also admitted that he also wanted to be a girl at one point too, until he had a conversation with himself to say that he's a man in this dimension of this time. What did you feel about hearing him admit at one point he did want to be a girl?
yes. Sometimes you have to admit, and then but still don't attack the person that's already living their life like that. And I felt like that's what J Dot was doing since I was the only trans in the room.
Mm-hmm.
He felt like he should attack because this is not his dream, not just of yet, if that's the route that he's trying to go. You
So
know,
you feel like if he was
I'm
a
not
girl, he
saying
wouldn't be giving me these problems.
absolutely. And it was a big problem because he's not, that's what I felt. Now, I'm entitled to my opinion because
Yeah.
I felt like every time I give my opinion, he's over here trying to throw daggers. He's throwing darts over here. It's always a war, some type of way.
Yeah.
But
Well, and like I said, it's just my opinion. Like we all, yeah, your opinion is that he don't like you. I'm just giving you my opinion. I really think he really, I think he have a. I don't know how to try, but this is the point I'm
uh,
gonna make. I think
to be honest,
he don't
I,
dislike you. Is my point I'm gonna say.
mm, well, you know what? That would be something to see if we can ever fill this gap in. But I don't see my eyes seeing that. I don't. The world would just have to see us up in an uproar every time, and it's probably sad because at this point, it's like he has been very nasty, and I don't like the things that he's been saying on the internet. But
Hmm.
I get past certain things, like I kind of feel like he reacts to the things that's being played, even though we try to mend these, and
Hmm.
even in the house, I kind of felt like he was trying to attack me then, you
You feel
know.
like he trying to take you at
So
the
it's
house?
yes, that motherfucker was sneak uppercutting my ass. Yes, he was. It's like how many times Jay died?
So
I'm
you
not
really think
always
he don't
on
like you at
guard
all? Is
all
what
the
you saying?
Yes, I'm not always on guard all the time, and I'm not always trying to stab him in the back, but it's like just let me be. Like if you see somebody else attacking me, let them attack me. You ain't gotta jump on the motherfucking train too now. You know?
Yeah.
And that's very much J Dot.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Vaughn, are you here?
Hey, what's up, girl?
How are you, Vaughn?
I am doing great. How are you doing, love?
I am doing wonderful. I am doing blessed. I am
Vaughn,
great.
what did you think about you and
Really
Karma
great.
scene opening up?
I loved it. First of all, any time with Karma is a great time. The first time we
Yes,
filmed was
thank you.
great, and then the other times were just as great. So yeah, it's always a good time when Karma's in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So let me
Yes,
ask you from an
likewise.
outsider, what do you think that what do you think that we missing from her and J Dot perspective that could fix this situation? What do you think J Dot is missing, or even Carmen missing from this whole situation?
Ooh,
I feel like at this point, I kind of feel where Karma's coming from as far as her not believing that things are going to be good between them and be genuine, only because after certain situations, it was still kind of like the smoke was still up in the air.
Well, you see,
The
tonight
fact
they
that
made
she's been
up. He kissed her on a hand and everything.
yeah, but at the same time, I think that because Karma has been misgendered so many times by J Dot, she doesn't feel like she can trust him. So it's one of those
mm-mm.
things where it's like even if they, were in another room, same room together, I feel like she's always gonna feel like he's not genuine and, actually caring for her
Mhm.
because it's happened so many times.
Gotcha. So even if it's kind of like what they said, a cry wolf situation type of scenario.
Yeah, because this, it's
Yeah.
one thing. It's one thing if you have issue with someone and you kind of smooth things over, but then to like bring it up again after you guys supposedly like squashed what was going on, then it's like, okay, we're never going to get anywhere.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm. Let me ask you about this, Von. In tonight episode, you said a lot of time that you wanted to confront him about what he did to Carmen. Why would you so bothered about what he said to her? You know, like why did you take that so personal?
Well, I've been very vocal about this situation just because I feel like there's certain things, and this is just me, everyone's has the right to their opinion, but I feel like there's certain things that should be left off the table when it comes to, people want to say read people. Like, you can do it in a way to where you don't say, like, certain things shouldn't be said.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Like, I feel
Yeah,
like
right.
misgendering is someone, like, if I'm in an argument, if me and Karma got in an argument today, it wouldn't even be the last thing I'd say. Like, I just wouldn't say it just because I feel like, knowing how, J Dot has talked about, feeling, the way he feels, being part of the gay community and also being black. So,
Mm-hmm.
take that and then also throw being trans on top of it. So I feel like being
So are
trans
you
and
saying trans have not worse, but they have more to deal with?
yeah, I feel like they
Oh,
do.
Okay.
absolutely. I feel that way too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 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 yes. You know, some days are better than others, I guess, right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
But I feel like the last thing that someone that's trans wants to hear is something about, Carmen knows what she was born as, but that's not where we're at. We're at where she
Okay,
is
we're not
now.
focusing
And
on that, you know?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Sometimes my gender could be neither here nor there to a person.
But
It's
karma also
just the inner being that
hmm
go ahead.
also too, I'm going back to you on Jay, the altercation last week. You call him the F word and a P word first.
Yes, because he was being ignorant. You call them to people that are being ignorant, punks that
But
are
at the time
being
at
just
that time he haven't said anything. I'm saying you don't want to call him out his name first by calling him a F and a punk.
wow. If I did, I don't know, but I could have swore that he was at my throat. Or was I just a root of a bitch that day?
Well, you said you went off his energy. When I asked you why you did it, you said his
Yeah,
energy was
because at
very
that moment in time, it was like the game is over. You know,
got
you can put up a front all you want to, but I can't take this because if I'm gonna be anywhere near you, you know how you could just sit near somebody and you be like, this bitch don't care for me, and I just got that all over his motherfucking ass. And it's like, bitch, don't fake the fun. Put it on the table right now. If you don't like me, bitch, just tell me that. Stop lying. And he's still lying today. Bitch, you don't like me, and it's okay to say that.
but are you saying he don't like you because you trans? It's the thing.
You know what? Is beyond that I'm trans right now. I think it's the things that we accumulated and them happened that we
Mm.
can't really see past, you know,
Yeah, that's
but
okay.
it's
Right.
okay.
Yeah, oh yeah,
You
so you
know, so much has transpired through me and him by filming, and I guess that it would never kind of like
be the same.
Jesus. It would take a miracle.
Yeah, but he also said too. He said, you and him talk since filming Rob, and y'all was on a train talking recently, like
That
just
motherfucker don't know if he wanna motherfucking love me or hate me because that motherfucker congratulate me on my music video and it's like, bitch, yeah, you still throwing daggers at me, hoe. And I'm like, what? How many congratulations you gonna give me and still stab me? I'm not getting it.
you're not falling for it.
I'm not. I'm not. It's cute for her. It's cute for her though.
Oh my god. Wow. It's just one of those things. And like I said, I heard you and I see what you're saying, but I do feel in my heart he don't dislike you. I think he just believe what he believe, and it just some
Mm-mm.
conflict with what you with your identity. But I think he actually do like you. overall.
I don't know.
You don't see it.
I don't see it at all. I don't see it at all. You know that bitch can toot her nose up high when she see me walk through the door. But you know, that Miss Thing is a mess, honey. God damn, J Dot, Miss J Dot. God damn. Lord have mercy. You know what? I would love for America to see us get along, but I don't know. It's like, or even get to, it would be so epic if we can get along and
Oh,
make
that's another
music, but
thing.
I
Y'all
don't
had
see it.
in April. You remember we filmed the event in April. Y'all was there together. You remember the event we did with all the different shows talking about politics
Hmm.
and stuff. You remember y'all said about each other. That was like less than 5 months ago.
I know, but that bitch still don't like me. That don't mean shit.
I got
That
you.
bitch don't like me.
You said once they show you
I
on
don't get.
TV.
I don't give a fuck how close they are next to me, honey. Bitch, Miss J Dot would still give that energy. I don't like this hoe, but that's how comfortable she feels of still being next to me to let me know, bitch, I don't like you. You know?
Got you. You just think she don't like you at all.
Yes, absolutely. And she'll just stand right next to me because I don't make it my business to stand next to that bitch.
No, yeah, you don't. You try to run from him actually.
Yes, absolutely. But that whole makes it be known, like, bitch, I'm in the building. I'm right here, Miss Karma girl. Like, it's like at this point, bitch, you really just asking for it. And that's what Miss J Dot does. We could have had a problem and that bitch would come the next day and stand right next to me. Not next to me, but under me. Under me. That's that type of bitch
He
she is,
showed like
but
that. Yeah, he showed like
yeah.
because Jada said he don't really hold on to problems. So if y'all got into it one date that first day, he forget about that. So he's like he
Oh,
moving.
don't let that bitch fool you. Don't let that bitch fool you. You know we going through some problems.
So he said, "Give me my space. Let me breathe."
Yes, absolutely. He
Oh
loves to attack people. Ugh.
yeah. Oh my god. But Von, I was surprised. Do you feel like watching the episode back now? Watching episode 4 before the fact that you wasn't there. Do you feel like you was a little hard on J Dot watching it back now, considering how everything had played out in episode 4?
Well, I know that you had told me that that was the first, like there was no issues that J Dot had with Karma, and then
Yeah,
that
because he
time.
always speak highly of her. That's the thing. But like he said, he do say certain things that is very like Jada. But he never
Hmm.
just say I don't like her. He always speak highly
You
of
know
her.
what? I think sometimes when people see that, okay, am I before my time?
Mm,
I be trying to think like that. Like people are not ready for this. They're not ready for me. They're not ready. And it kind of makes me feel like,
you feel like a
am I not
unicorn
worthy for the spot? Like it makes me feel like of all of that when people try to attack me and
attack you.
make me.
Got
Yeah.
you. I see what you're saying. But I don't
Hmm.
think that. I think sometimes he got his own problem. So I think you don't have you shouldn't take it personal like he coming for you. He could be dealing with something himself. You know what I mean? So it's not a
Clearly, clearly, yes.
yeah. Um. But yeah, but I'm saying, do you feel like watching it back now? Do you feel like you was a little too hard on him with your opinion, or you stand by everything you said?
I still feel like he shouldn't have misgendered her. It's meant like if it happened the one time, okay, we live, we learn from our mistakes, but it's the fact that it happened more than one time. So I feel like he was wrong there.
But let
Now
me,
Karma girl, you didn't need to put your finger in his face and everything,
no, 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 no,
but
no, no, no. But clearly, I heard when he said, when I say y'all man, he gonna say, but you a man
yeah, no,
too.
I think that was
Yeah,
I
wrong. I
felt
think
like
that was wrong.
he was attacking me. That's attack.
Hmm.
That was, yeah, bitch, you trying to talk about us, but what, like you didn't even have to go there, but you went there. So now we're gonna have to finish this. We're gonna have to deal with this.
But
Hmm.
Karma, in all fairness, you was already kind of cursing him out, saying that his energy
Ooh,
is bad, that you can see right through him.
yes, but you know what? He should have got his energy right. Yeah, he should have got it right.
He said he should have got his energy right before he got there.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But what when you say you still stand by everything you said, Vaughn?
Yeah, I still stand by it. Like I said,
Okay.
there's things like with me, and everyone is their own person, to each his own.
Yeah,
But
no, no.
with
I
for
just,
me,
hey, I know watching the back sometimes change your perspective, and I'm just asking questions, honey.
yeah, no, I completely get it. Yeah, it's just for me. Like I said, certain things should be off the table. I feel like when it comes to when you talking about somebody, the whole misgendering, bringing up health things. I don't like that. I'm not that type of person.
Yeah, and
Mm.
I seen you not do that this year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you know the kids will reach him out, honey.
Somebody said finish
Yes,
him like
they.
you did Chrissy.
You know what? It's always the comments, honey. Oh, you know what? I can't even see the comments. What's going on? Jesus, finish him like I did Chrissy. Oh my God. You know what? Me and Chrissy's in a good space. Y'all don't start that bullshit now. Don't get that girl started. Shit. Hell.
Do you feel like it's gonna change her perception? The fact that some people saying that you won and she watching it back.
No, 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 no. To be honest with you, I will hope and I pray that Chrissy has gotten over it. And I hope she knows that I'm very sincere. I do apologize. I do apologize if I caused her any type of harm or whatnot, like sincerely. I'm grown enough to say, yeah, I am sorry, and I hope we really can move forward. Like this is nothing. The internet talk is nothing, and that I hope that we prayed that we squashed it for real, for real. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you guys
I know
did.
it seems like I'm going all over the board, but yes, I hope that the sit down was genuine. I know that it was. I know that it was.
I
So
think
this
so too.
this is yes, we got impasse.
Well, we're getting feedback.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. If we can just fight through the comments and the things that people say that's going to be thrown out here, then we'll be so much better off. But it look like Miss J Dot can't do that.
Oh, him by
That's what it's
coming in
giving.
all the time.
Like if he sees something, he have to be known. Like, oh, I seen this, and then it be attack mode. At least that's what I've gotten. I'm sorry,
Gotcha. Move this 1 minute.
but I'm not on here trying to roast you, J Dot. So don't knock my head off. Okay.
Bun, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I don't know why I got this feedback. Hold on a minute. Let me see that. Is it feedback? Also, it's Karma. Karma, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Go out and come back in because I got a lot of feedback. It's you. So drop down and come back up.
Okay.
All right. So Vaughn, let me ask you about so in this episode we see you and Vay have a conversation. And this is the moment where y'all actually move forward, right? Because I think
Right.
with the job situation, it was kind of left up in the air because you and Ja ended up leaving before everything was over. So I think at this point was like the first time you and him actually seeing each other. So talk about that. Did you feel like in that moment that y'all really honestly had genuinely just like moved forward, even though it was about the boy and all of that?
Yeah, I think so. I think we definitely moved past it. Like I was saying, yeah, I'm not the type to get into it with a dude over a nigga. Like it's just not me. That's stupid. I hate when bitches do that shit. It's childish as fuck. But yeah, I felt like we did move past things after that. We never had any issues. After that, we just squashed it and kept it moving.
Right. Karma. Karma.
Okay. Can
Can you
you
hear
hear me?
us? Yeah, can you hear
Yes.
us? Okay.
Yes.
Also, too, let's get into the other thing of the library. Ma- Let me hear what. tell me what you thought about when you watched that scene, and what do you have to say about the things that was said and different things? Like, give me some feedback on that.
Some trends, I didn't watch
Um,
episode. Just
Vaughn.
Yeah, I'm here. You were asking me the question.
Yeah, I was asking you, huh? Yeah, because Carmen haven't watched it. She was she just got in.
Um, Wait, which scene are we talking about? What was going on?
This is the scene where we moving forward to this scene right here.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like
Somebody
now
said, "How did you
this
force
isn't the
him
J Dot
into?"
conversation, right?
No, no, no.
oh,
This is when he said you force him, force in a situation, shit, whatever you want to call it.
Oh no,
uh,
Ja was definitely lied. I didn't force him to Ja. Let me tell you about Ja because I know him better than anyone on the cast. Ja tends to when Ja doesn't know how to navigate certain situations,
Hmm.
he'll start kind of tripping over his words. He'll definitely say things that aren't
ooh,
reality. So Ja, yeah, he definitely was tripping and lying during that. I never forced him into anything. Um, yeah,
ooh.
that never happened.
Oh my God, that's the day that he tried to make
Yeah.
you sing so low. Was that?
Exactly.
Oh, I
Let
did
me
not
ask you
like
this
that.
though.
Yes.
Yeah, Carmen didn't like it, but let me ask you this though. Let's say that you didn't, right? At the part, you did kind of like say, you wasn't playing with him. You didn't give him no wiggle room. You know what I mean? Do you feel like that
hmm
was probably what he was talking about? How how assertive you was, like you was like this. You know what I mean? You basically let him know that this is not something you gonna play with. Do you feel like he felt like more so your action said it than you verbally saying it?
No, because the only thing we ever talked about was I told him he could fuck around with whoever he wanted to fuck around with, and I was going to do the same. But I said what we weren't going to do is we weren't going to be fucking around within the group. If we were going to be fucking around with each other, we ain't mixing with the other people in the group. That's what I was saying.
That was the only rule.
Yeah, he
Mm.
could go and fuck whoever he wanted, but like I said, he wasn't there. I wasn't about to be looking stupid sharing a dude with somebody else that's on the same show that I'm doing. He could have did that with someone random, and I wouldn't have gave a fuck. Cause like I said, that's the what we had came up with together. That's what we were gonna do. But as
Gotcha.
far as the like I said, as far as the cast goes, all I said to him was is now you grown, I'm grown. You can do whatever the fuck you want. After I've told you what it's gonna be on my part, you are grown enough to where you could have said, okay, well, I'm not feeling that, and that's what it is. So
Mhm.
if he was, on his
And did
grown
you
man
hear
shit,
me? Did you hear me at the back? I don't know if you heard me. I was like, "But you grown."
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's why I'm
Mhm.
like, so.
Oh,
But like I said, I couldn't tell you everything that was said because I still want to have something
yes,
surprise, even though we was cool. But I was just like,
Right.
so
yes.
I just believe in self responsibility. So I would never say that you can't make a grown person do something. I'm just like, I just
Exactly. And
never
I was just
go
about to
there.
say that.
Uh,
You
You
can't
grown
make.
enough you grown enough to roll around in the sheets with me, but you ain't grown enough to stand on your business when you with other bitches.
ah.
What about he said you controlling? What did that mean?
Oh.
I have no idea what that means. He probably just means that, the fact that he was dealing with a seasoned bitch that I wasn't gonna be going for no foo foo shit. So that's what he meant. You ain't gonna be playing no, nigga, we ain't playing them games. You could either be cool with what we came up with together as far as how we was gonna be moving, or you can be like, nah, I'm not feeling that, and then just go your separate way. And it would have been fine with me.
But do you? I'm gonna ask you this though.
Mm.
Do you feel like you gave it up too early? Because sometimes when niggas hit, they get to acting weird.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Okay, you don't regret
No,
it.
if anyone would have been going, if anyone was gonna be going crazy, it would have been him because I gave him some of this good seasoned shit.
Okay, he also
You can't get this type of experience with a 22, 23-year-old bitch. You got to get that with you 30 plus.
he also said another reason why y'all couldn't, I guess, date long
Yes, Vaughn.
is because he got a complex about you topping him. Did y'all ever discuss that?
Yeah. When we talked about that, he told me he was very open to that. Now, like I said, he switched sides, being that Ja is young, so he don't really know how to deal with someone bringing something up, and then he don't know how to navigate around the topic. So it's
Mhm.
easier for him to just be like, "Oh, well, he pressured me, and this, and that." It was nothing like that. It was just, I think it has everything to do with him being young, and if anything, that's where. And I knew that that's what I was dealing with. Like I
Exactly,
said,
and that's my next question. Is that why you said you knew it wasn't gonna go nowhere? Is this why you already
exactly.
knew that? Okay.
Cause yeah, I could tell. Like I said, I've been where Ja is long time ago, but obviously, with just growing and going through certain situations, and I'm just the type of person that I stand on business. Like, I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say about something. I'm gonna say what I need to say, and that's gonna be that. So, and there's nothing you can say that's going to change my view on that.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. Like you said, it come with being young, so
Yeah,
it's
I
not
think it is. I think that had a lot to do with it.
Carl, I'm finna put you on mute to you talk because the feedback coming in. When you're ready to
Okay,
talk, just
okay, okay.
unmute yourself. Um, yeah, I think it come with being young because that's what, like you said, it seemed like you was already in a confession. You was already knowing, like, of course he gonna say dumb shit, right? He's a nigga,
Mm-hmm.
he's a young nigga at that too, and he's in the
Yes.
so it seemed like you was already knowing, you was already like thinking about that, before it actually happened. So like I don't think, like you said too, it's not surprising, but it's just like really, you know.
Right. And then the fact that, like, me talking about when I was in the park with him talking about being exclusive and stuff, this is at a time where we believed that Ja was going to be in Atlanta for a while. He wasn't supposed to
Gotcha.
be moving back home. So that came from, okay, at this point, he's thinking he's going to do another season. So it's given, okay, if we still doing the situation that we're doing, then it's going to be given. Me and you are the only ones messing around with each other within the group.
Gotcha. And like you said, for you, it was just you didn't want to be looking food in a group. You didn't care about him fucking other people that's not in a group, right? You just
Exactly.
care about like don't be playing with mine because they all filming, so you never know.
Hmm.
It's a messy set. It's a just that could have been
Definitely.
messy. What did you think? Make out starting with the J stuff about the story.
Ja was wrong for that. I told him when so Ja and I, we talked a lot during filming. Like, he called me often and we would talk about every like scene pretty much, and he would pretty much let me know what was going on. And I told him from the beginning, I said, "You were dead wrong for bringing that up. If that boy wanted to bring it up to people, you need to let him do that on his own. But the fact that you just came out and said that, and now you got people thinking, looking at him a certain way, that wasn't right." So yeah, John knew how I felt about that. I told him.
Did he tell you about the stories of like him being uncomfortable in the house? I guess the boy was gone to.
Oh yeah, he told me. Yeah, he called me often when he was at J Dot. He called me the night that the dude that J Dot was fucking around with. He called me that night. He called me all the time, so I knew about that situation. Now, as far as the butt rubbing on J Dot's dick, it's really hard for me to believe it, just because of how Ja talked about him when he was with me. So I can't see him being attracted to him in that way to want to actually have sex with him, being that, like I said, he talked really bad about him. So that would definitely, if Ja came out today and was like, "Yeah, I did do that," I would be surprised. Would I be mad? No, because that was before me. So I really didn't care.
Hmm. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, like you said, I was surprised too because how he talked about J Dot, and he told me a lot of stuff too that he wasn't attracted to him too. So when J Dot said it, which y'all gonna see in part two, the messages and some other stuff, because it's a lot of more stuff to this story. Cause
Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. So I seen Tasha's comment about over your house twice, smashed twice, but y'all friends. So we definitely smashed more than twice. And then when it came to, like, you can be friends with someone and sleep with them. It can happen. Like we don't have to. I don't have to be head over heels over this guy just because we fucked. Some people are like that, but that's not me. I can have sex with you and I can go about my
They'll be
business the next
friends.
day and not think anything about it.
Mm.
You know what? That's a good point Tosh got because when Jada said that, he never did deny that Jada was lying. When Jada,
Right.
But
So
look, look, look.
it
You
could have
know
very
what?
well happened.
Can I say something?
yeah,
Oh, woo, I may hear a whole bunch of bullshit after I say this, but now that I look back on it and the allegations that's been said about J Dot, now I'm not throwing no rocks. Am I throwing rocks? I don't know. But the allegations that have been said and the things that he been doing to other members that has been, the touchy feely and all that right there, it makes
Mm-hmm.
me think that he may have, you know, that these may be lies.
Mm-hmm. You know,
I'm
it's
I'm
funny
look
you said that because I was thinking that when I was watching
you think you,
the
so what you
the
mean,
live
Kwame?
earlier.
You think that
I'm like, you know what? It may have not been Ja. It may have been what J Dot all the while. I'm not here trying to bash J Dot, but it's not really adding up because he done had some fishy moments to where he done fondled people without their consent, or them did this or had did that.
right? But
So
Mm-hmm.
it makes me feel like, okay, now, are you
but
doing these things and don't want to be recognized for it?
right. So what do you say about? Cause tonight episode, you said you didn't believe y'all. Are you saying now after everything came out?
Now, you know what? And then I did because I was to bat for him. But just looking upon it, like I don't, no, no,
You got more
absolutely not.
questions now.
I'm not going for it anymore. Cause he done
Okay.
pulled wool over my eyes. The wool had, fuck that hoe. Throw the book at that bitch.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Mm.
I don't believe it at
Yeah, I
all.
honestly don't think that. But as far as like people thinking that they messed around, I don't believe that happened. Now, if Jada or Ja would have like I said, put his butt on him, that could have very well happened. But I don't believe that they actually did
And
anything
you don't
sexual
believe this
together.
because of what Ja told you about him.
Exactly. It's for that reason of what how Ja has talked about him to me, and pretty much just said that he would never touch J Dot. Like he would never touch J Dot.
Not
Um,
touch.
and then also just there were comments made tonight that kind of makes me be like, hold on, so like we moving like that, like with other people
Mm.
from different franchises. So it's one of those things where I don't, like I said, I don't believe it happened. I don't believe anything happened between them
But I
besides,
would
like I
say this
said.
too, which y'all will see next week. The text messages are in Jada favor, and some more
Mm-hmm.
context that you'll see. So some situations are separate. So that's why you have to deal with these type of situation case by case, and you can't generalize them unless overwhelming evidence to do that. But like again, you have to do due process. You know what I mean with those type
Mm-hmm.
of situations. So for me, I have to deal with each case one by one. But of course, if I see that it's a pattern and it's that, then of course I'm gonna deal with that as such. But it's so much other stuff coming out with a lot of other stuff. You just have to have wisdom with dealing with that type of stuff. You just do. He said he wouldn't get topped by you and never said no. So how do you feel that he wouldn't get topped by you?
I don't feel any type of way. When it comes to that, first of all, I've had boyfriends who were 6'3", 6'4", way bigger than me, said the same shit, but did I end up getting in that ass? Yeah. So I feel like with Ja, it very well would have happened, but Ja is the type that, like I said, when it comes to being at when people bring things up, he doesn't know how to navigate those conversations because he
And
just doesn't
that's
have
why
the
I'm
experience.
surprised that what Jada said that he wanted him to fuck him because I'm like I thought Ja was the top. So
Girl, you know what?
that was another
Ooh.
reason I was like what because
You
he
thought
was
he was the top.
Ja was the top.
Oh no.
Oh, he just not gonna let you.
Possibly. And even if that's the case, I mean that's fine. I mean, to each his own. Like I said, there's people that I've had masculine dudes that I've dealt with where they were completely okay with it. And then there's dudes like Ja. But I feel like first of all, it's a lie. And then also Ja is very much versatile.
So why he won't let you? Cause you feminine or something?
I don't know if that's the case. I mean, it doesn't bother
You
me.
know what? Them hardcore men be trying to get
The T
the
girl.
They
masculinity
want
up
they want the dick
out of
too.
us.
They they want the dick too. They want that experience of feeling that hair on their back while we blowing their shit out.
Mm,
Oh, you mean like your
digging
hair,
them a new hole.
the long hair from your
Y'all
head?
don't get me started up here.
Because I keep them 15 inches. So the fact that I be
Ooh.
on your back and letting this hair slap your
Oh
back, and
my
I'm
god.
dicking you down real good.
But
Ooh.
masculine guys just don't like that. They read another masculine guy. I get it. I get it 100%.
But yeah, that's just some people. There's some dudes that won't let anyone that's feminine climb their back, and then there's ones that will. I've had
Yeah.
daddies, I've had daddies literally open their
Just
legs, spread their legs, and everything for me. So it is what
oh,
it is.
oh yeah, yeah. They
You better tell the truth and nothing but the truth. So help you God. Okay.
yeah.
Come on,
That's just
daddy.
how it
We
is.
shout
And
out to
dudes,
the
a lot of
daddies.
masculine dudes have a thing. They have that fetish for feminine dudes, just like how there's a fetish where you want someone that's trans, and you could be
Hmm.
masculine dude. You want someone trans, dicking you down. I mean, it's just
But for
different
me,
strokes for different folks.
they
Absolutely.
majority of people want the trans than a feminine guy. That's just my experience. They prefer
Uh-huh.
trans. That's my
Sometimes I feel like it be the whole guy trying to strip us out of it, how masculine we can really go in while doing what we are
Hmm.
doing, because they always probably seen us in our lady attire.
I tell
So they
yes,
really,
yes,
you
yes.
know.
I can see that.
Hmm.
I can see
But
that.
quiet as kept though. Like I am different. I'm like you may see me in person and I give off this soft energy, but in the bedroom, child, I'm a whole different person.
You the man.
So when it comes
Absolutely.
down to it, like I said, I've had situations where I was with the ex and he's been, dicking me down. And then all of a sudden you spreading your legs to the ceiling and you want me
Mm.
to get into that. So it's just like, it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. In today's
Mm-hmm.
world, you better get into it.
Okay. Look, they don't call me Von Diesel for nothing.
Mm.
Not Devon Diesel for nothing, honey.
Von Diesel's in the bedroom, baby.
Let me ask you about the next scene that we seen tonight, Vaughn. What did you make? Did you feel like his apology, Jada apology to Karma was sincere?
Mm, I would say no, only because of how many times this has come up.
Hmm.
You
I
know
feel like
what?
J
But
Dot knew that he should be apologizing because of what happened, but I
you know
don't
what?
know if it was really genuine.
Mm.
Y- But looking back upon it, because I remember this scene sitting down. It's
Hmm.
yes. It, no, 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 baby. It seemed so genuine at the moment because he knew, just like you said, Vaughn. He knew he was in the wrong, and he knew he had went an ugly route, and he was trying to. But then it seemed like he was just standing on the words that he already had ate me up with.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So it was like it's too late, so I might as well keep on. That's what it gave me.
That's what it.
Like, you know what, even yeah,
Mm.
I might as well continue this motherfucking hate train.
Not the hate train.
Mhm.
But
Okay, I was sitting right there. Ooh, I gave you a look.
um,
Okay.
yeah, and also too, I think Jada didn't help his case in his confessional because first he apologized, then he went back to saying the F word, and then I'm like, it's timing, Jada. It's timing. It's time because the misgendering thing kept coming up for him to him a lot.
I feel like
Like,
if it happened one time, it would have been you would be able to believe him and feel like he's being genuine. And then after that, if they would have exchanged words, but it wasn't anything dealing with being trans,
friends,
then
yeah,
you could
that's
be like, okay, it's genuine. But the fact that it was said over and over, it makes it seem like, okay, you were never here for me.
Mhm.
gotcha. So
Absolutely.
your point is the fact that he coming up, that's a sign it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. But I think y'all, the last two episode, Karma, you made up with two people. You made up with Chrissy, and in this tonight, you made up with J Dot. So I think you definitely was like at least trying to like attempt to be
Yeah.
better person
Of
would not
course. Because,
react.
because I kind of feel like any situation that we have, if I feel like we can, but, you know, just filming with him, I don't feel like we can ever come to just. I don't see it. It's not in the cards, and it's safe to say that. I feel like it's safe to say that. It would just like I said, it would take a miracle, and it's okay for people not to like each other. And I think it transpired from what we done went through and how many times we done fought and we done broke this, broke that. So you know. And then we have to look at it. So that plays a big part on your mental. And I don't know
Mental.
how is it playing
Yeah.
on his mental. He probably thinks that he could have done things differently instead of not act out or said this or said that. But then again, you never know. He probably is glad that he said all those things because
Exactly.
nobody wants to look like a fool on national television. Okay.
You think that he feel like that for real?
I don't. It's like never. I don't know. I'm not because I'm not him, but it gives me like it's a never mind to him. Bitch, I'm gonna tear you down. That bitch don't give a fuck about me. That it's okay for me to feel that way. It is. It's okay.
Yeah, everybody
It's
entitled.
okay.
Yeah,
Yes, it's
honestly, I mean,
safe
I feel
to
like it's
say that.
okay for people not to like each other. Like, you're not going to get along with everyone that you meet in the world. Like, we all have different personalities and, morals that we stand by, and you're not going to get along with
He don't
everybody
want to
every
say that
time.
because he don't want to seem so petty. He don't want to seem so petty as if there is a real issue in the trans lane. He don't want to go that route. But yes, that's what it is. And
Mm.
it could just be me, the person, and the things, just like I said, and the things that we done been through. But, I kind of feel like, bitch, no, 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 you will always be attacking me. And then it'll be that, it'll be
Mm.
that. But,
What did you feel about this last scene? Hearing that, like I said, I do appreciate Job for correcting the having the conversation and him
Hmm.
rectifying the situation. You watching it back, what did you think of make out of this last scene?
Um, I felt like J Dot, the way he felt, it was warranted because I would be the same way if you put, you put this allegation out there about me that's so foul, I'm gonna blow up too.
Hmm.
So I definitely think he was right in acting the way he did
Got
because
you.
I would have did the same thing to Ja. So
Yeah,
he was
but
wrong.
I think Ja also apologized, but I think at that point Jada was not trying to hear, and it's understandable why, right?
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I guess we'll kind of like get to the bottom of the next week. That's kind of like how your situation got going too. So which you'll kind of see that play out next week as well. With
Oh yeah, I'm ready to see that. I need some answers. I
so
need
yeah,
some answers.
we're gonna see that next week on how that um who was all there and what was said about you and how
Karma,
we
listen, girl, I'm not happy with you stealing my moment, bitch.
You know what? Everybody has said that was their moment, but you know what? I was looking at reality TV. They say, you know what? Dinners never go well. So you
not
know what? So that
so
may be some truth within that.
It's like we each think we about to get a moment. Here come Hurricane Karma. I said that bitch.
episode 7.
I love all of y'all.
Yes,
Okay.
and I love you.
Yes.
Episode 7.
Wow.
Um, yeah, it was.
Yes.
I think, like I said, we about to get to um a lot of big moments, but of course, this is like how we got there, and people can understand the
But
context
you
of
know what?
the
I
conversation.
strongly believe people are ready for us to come around. But bitch, it's like, I don't know.
So,
Sometimes you
are
have
you ready
to.
to watch that episode? Are you at the restaurant, Carmen?
Oh my Lord. No, I'm not. I'm really not. Y'all can say, yeah, bitch, you ready for your ass to see you cut a food, but no, I am not. I am not. Now that I probably should have left that for somebody else to do, but goddamn. But but I probably didn't have the mind frame but I knew in my heart, like, if this bitch misgender me again, it's up from here. So I probably did have that in my midbrain, like, bitch, yeah, this is not the time to try it because you're gonna wear everything, you
Hmm.
know? Yes, but no, you know what? It is a truth behind them. Dinners never go well, so I think people will want to choose
That
their
wouldn't
words
that wouldn't
wisely sitting at a table, you know? You may get stabbed.
not stab at a dinner, Lord.
I'm just saying, you better hope they have butter knives.
You went there for food.
I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it gutter. God damn. Can I keep it real with y'all?
Come on,
Can I
gutter
keep it
bitch.
real? Shit.
Keep it gutter with
I'm just saying, god damn it.
it. Yeah. Not get stabbed at the dinner. That's a lot. I don't.
Yes, you know what? Even I was prepared, honey. I was prepared for everything. Shit, I
Hmm.
knew that I would probably have to eat up. Hmm I was looking at the room, honey, and see what color of the walls were gonna look like. So yeah.
OMG. Not you was already
A
looking at
mess.
Uh-huh.
Kim.
Yes.
Man, it's a lot. But
Hmm.
episode 5, I want Karma to be my bodyguard.
You know what? Ooh, come on for the bodyguard. You know what? I do a good thing of protecting myself. You damn right. Mm-hmm.
Because I think that restaurant, I don't think nobody had that on their radar and thinking that was
Mm-mm.
going to that magnitude. That
Not at all.
was a lot. So, episode
Yes.
7, one more episode in between before this cake just hour to the finale, just gonna be chaos, chaos, chaos.
I'm ready for it. So, are you gonna show in this sneak peek, what like who it is that was starting the allegations when it came to me?
I don't know. I got
Ooh.
two. So that's a good
Mm.
question. I thought about that. I said, okay, I don't know because most likely, yes, most likely, yeah, most likely they'll be in the sneak peek.
Oh
Mm.
shit! You know what? I ain't gonna say nothing.
About
Mm.
the and then like I said, 7 they just gonna see you doing your monologue.
Saturday.
I mean, it's episode 7,
Oh,
the
7.
restaurant. When you were doing
Mm-hmm.
you was
Mm-hmm.
you came
When I
up,
was, yes, I didn't know who said it, so I was ready to get with everybody.
you was coming in blazing. I was like, I had to I say, we got other stuff to tackle that night. Ooh, that was a lot that night though. That was a lot. Um, but I don't know. I'm excited for that, and then we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, most likely, Von, that will be the next sneak peek. You know, um,
Yes, I'm ready.
and then also too, you got the scene where you and Lottie too at y'all writing session. You remember that?
Oh yeah, that's when I was real heated. That was like what, a day or two, some days before we
That was
actually got
a
to the
day
restaurant.
before. That was Friday. We had the dinner that Saturday. We had the dinner on October the
Mm.
7th,
Yeah, I was hot. That's
2000.
why I went into the restaurant so hot.
You the first one there. You there was like, girl,
I was
right,
ready. I said, let's get to these bitches.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. So I think people gonna have a lot to say about that too. I'm not excited, but I'm like, I wonder how that's gonna pan out based upon perception or the public opinion.
God damn.
Yeah, I hope everything. Hopefully, people keeping it cute because I hate to have to cut up at this reunion.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna be on my best behavior. I
You
am. I
don't.
don't think I don't want any smoke. I don't. The only smoke I'm gonna be smoking is smoking on the trees, you know. But god damn, I don't want no smoke. I don't. I come with
Mm-mm.
peace. Come with
Now, Karma, you
peace.
know you've been stealing moments the whole season, bitch.
Well, you know, it comes naturally. I'm just a star,
You said
baby.
it's
I'm
in you.
sorry. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah, that was a lot. I do that restaurant. Like
I
it's gonna be
seem
like,
to shine bright.
how how do they clean
Karma,
up
I had
this
told
shit?
everyone else on a live, another live we did. I was like, I said, Karma, she know what she doing. She said she looked at that restaurant, she heard me talking, and she said, "Okay, bitch, what you saying is cute and all, but let me get to this bitch over here."
Look, look, look,
Hmm.
look. See, now I'm finna be messy, bitch. Now I felt like I was already amped. Now you was behind me, but Vay wouldn't had a motherfucking chance, honey, because you was on her ass. Cause you was cutting up over there too, but it looked like I had to come what set the meter motherfucking straight, bitch.
Yes.
Damn.
Mm.
Yes, it was like yeah. Wow.
Yes.
The
I
meter
said,
was
Karma's
going
bringing
up.
the karma to these bitches. You brought that
Okay.
hurricane with you.
No, it went from they to you to me because that's how it went.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a lot that night. You know, I'm like, oh,
It
shit,
was.
what are we doing here? How did we get here? Is the question.
Wow.
But yeah,
It's an ugly moment. I know they're gonna be bashing me like they've been bashing me. They've been bashing me, goddamn it. I be wanna say, who the fuck is this bitch?
I know they
Who
said
the fuck this hoe
they feel
is?
like you should act like that, Karma.
No, you know what? Nowadays, I just look at it. I said, "Ooh, another hater." Another hater.
They only judging what they see, honey.
Shit.
But yeah, hopefully, I think it's gonna be a good reunion.
Okay.
I don't think everybody gonna. We not gonna fight at the reunion. I don't think so.
You know what? You know what? It's not giving fight at no motherfucking reunions for a bitch to be sitting.
Yeah, sitting and
Okay.
talking shit.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, and to address these issues, but why in the hell I just feel like it's still gonna be smoke in the motherfucking air because people don't know how to be grown ups.
Hmm.
And and they just think they that and it's not even giving all of that. Shit.
I think they're
But
gonna
Yeah,
be.
it's hard for people. I feel like it's hard for people to be real, especially when these confessionals come up, because it's like, hold on, I don't remember any of this shit happening when we was filming. So now you got all this shit to say now? Okay.
mm, oh
What he said,
Jesus.
professional gangster.
Oh
That's exactly
Lord.
what it's giving.
We know
That's
a lot
exactly
of
what it's
that.
giving.
Mm-mm.
They
No
said
ma'am.
professional gangster.
Okay, these kids has been under attack mode, honey.
Hmm. Honestly, people just fake as fuck because I just don't feel like I literally ran through that season doing everything the way I would normally do things, and I don't be feeling like when the shows come up, I'm not like, okay, I hope I didn't say something like crazy about somebody because just I'm a real bitch. So if I would have said it, I would have said it back then. I'm not about to wait to confessionals and shit to be trying to, be cute about certain shit.
Mm, you're not doing all
And
that.
that's why everyone fuck with me. Even when it's given storyline.
Who called you out
I
for
love
a
you, Lottie.
storyline, bitch? Somebody
Yes, I love you,
said,
Lottie.
"Oh no,
But the
Miss
gag,
Lottie said, oh, it's giving storyline."
but the gag is everybody was tuned into
Oh,
my storyline
messy
the
ass
whole season, bitch.
Lottie.
Not Lottie Messy.
You know what? I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
call it for what it is. I can't talk shit about a rats or her talent or whatnot. I am not going in that lane, honey. But yes, other than that, yes, I'm just gonna put it out there. Cause that lady has been what secretly bashing me, but it's okay.
You feel like she been
I'll
bashing you?
recover. Okay, I will recover.
You feel like she been
Shit,
bashing
she been on the hate train too. Shit.
you? Lord
Hmm.
have mercy.
Child. I
Lord.
seen that and all I could do was laugh. I'm like, really, Lottie? Okay, girl.
And she said she lost respect for you too, girl.
I ain't believe that because I'm like, girl, you don't even know what's going on. She didn't even know, she didn't even have all the details of the receipts. And I
Lord
stay with a
Jesus.
receipt.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly. Now she don't know what's going on.
She didn't because if she did, she wouldn't have
Okay.
made that statement.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like you said, when a bitch talking about you, they better talk about how great you are.
Okay. Look.
Okay. I agree.
Sure.
Child, not a lot of gonna have a problem at the reunion.
Ooh, ooh,
You
ooh.
think she
You know
is?
what? Some of these, you know what? Some of these bitches ain't been in the hot chair and hot seats, and I feel like it's time for some of these hoes to sit in it because,
Who, who,
you
who
know,
who haven't been in the hot seat yet?
it's a lot of them hoes they ain't been in a hot seat like that. Like I shouldn't even have to say any names, honey. I can go down the list.
Who you feel like? Is it Lottie, Vay?
Oh, you know what? They always say been Lottie, huh? And you know what? No, 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 no. They've been lighting their ass up lately, honey. But you know what? I think it's well due. Okay, So I'm just gonna leave that where it's at, honey. You know.
It's time for Vay to get his smoke up.
Nobody else have to sit in a hot chair, but you know what? It's going to build character, honey.
Okay, that's all they're gonna do.
hmm
This is real
Uh
character.
huh.
It's how you respond to it. That's it. But I don't
Well,
know.
all I know is
I think Vay, yeah, people been getting in Vay ass a little bit more this season. Yeah, a little.
Hmm. They just don't see it, honey. Ooh, they just have to be on the set just to see how these people pull their strings,
Do you
bitch.
feel like Tiana
Is
get away with
hmm
it too,
it's
Karma?
like you can't be looking from some reason you just really can't even be looking at it from the screen. You really have to be up close, personal, just to really like,
To
ugh.
understand.
Just to really
hmm
figure out that bitch or be cool with that hoe. Just to know how that bitch is really rocking. So,
Do you feel like
mm-mm.
Siani not in a hot seat, Karma?
No, you know what? I feel like Siani is everybody's favorite. And it's okay to say that because I'm a fan. I am a fan.
Mhm.
Yes, she is safe. And I feel like she is safe with everybody.
Yeah,
She is.
She would
yeah,
gain true fans. She would have people to love her.
yeah.
Yeah,
She knows.
so I don't feel like people will bash her or hate her because
Mm-mm.
she's very much what the job is calling for, you know?
I told her I have to 100% agree.
She's very much what the job is calling for.
Yeah, she stayed
So yeah, she's definitely a
unproblematic the whole season.
shout out to
But it's just
her.
the hating assholes who would want to come to the reunion and keep it cute and not try to say nothing slick because I'm gonna be stepping on hoes necks.
Are you bringing a binder?
Child, I'm gonna bring whatever I need to bring to me to put these bitches in their place.
No, ma'am.
Now she
I
throwing
knew I
it.
was, but you know what? I've always known I was a bad bitch, but I knew I was a bad bitch when I got to set and people wanted to keep my name in their mouths and make up shit. So I knew I was that bitch.
Mm.
Well, next episode,
Damn.
all finna unfold.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you're gonna have a lot to say about that.
Oh my
Child.
god.
Listen, I just bought a new thing of Vaseline and I got some rings on the way from Amazon. So we
And
can
you
get
finna put
into it,
them to
honey.
work. Okay.
Yes.
Bitch, you is crazy.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be Vaseline down on my neck and everything, and I'm thinking about putting my hair up just so a bitch can't grab me by my hair.
See, you others gonna
Girl.
come to sin pretty.
Child, well, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna always do that. But like I said, people be very insecure with themselves. That's why they come for somebody like me because they like, oh, this bitch is making me feel uncomfortable. So let me go ahead and make him my storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Ah.
Mm-hmm. Bitches be real uncomfortable when they
Wow.
see you making your way to the top of the totem pole.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all like the intro, man?
I did. I loved it.
You posted on social media, man.
It was everything.
Yeah, I like the intro. Some little
Mm-hmm.
difference. A little different.
Yes.
Yeah, we got next week, episode 6. Episode 7 is a big night. And I guess they're gonna be like, how does this group move forward after that dinner scene?
Girl, I'm over here kiki because I ain't thought about that bitch until it was time to get up on this goddamn after show.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-mm-mm.
a lot
Girl,
going
this hoe
on.
is a mess.
It is.
That
Uh,
bitch need therapy.
who you talking about? Zeb?
Ooh, I'm over here hiding a kite, over here thinking about that hoe. Like, that bitch need therapy. But yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stir the pot a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, because that bitch been stirring it on my time. I don't mind getting a little dirty,
Mm-hmm.
cause
Sometimes you
he
got to,
gonna bash
baby.
me anyway. But yeah, I was just
If you know Jada, he gonna say what he want to say.
yeah. So I'm ready to see that goddamn energy and where the fuck it's at. I'm not always on the rah rah shit, but goddamn, I be really want to see where that fucking energy is at. Like, do you really hate
Mm-hmm.
me that much? Like, why do I irk you? Mm-mm-mm.
No, why do I irk you?
Yes, it's like I strike a nerve. I just want to pimp slap that bitch one good time.
Not pimp slapping.
Yes, I really do. And say, bitch, calm down. You is one of us. But calm down, ho. Stop trying to eat me up, bitch. Ooh, I want to get that hoe together.
You
Oh,
want to get
hey,
Miss
Nance
Jada
hoe.
together?
Mm, I'm not gonna talk my shit.
See, this scene in the park is crazy though because it's like when we seen that scene with Ja and Carmen Lottie, it's like it don't even make sense. It definitely doesn't make Ja look good because what was that shit in the park?
That's why I asked you, do you feel like you messing with him early? You know, because like I said, sometimes God just being a guy.
I think he was definitely. I think he doesn't know yet at this point how to maneuver around uncomfortable conversations. So it's easy for him to just
But think about
lie
it though, when you
versus being like, "Oh yeah,
Girl,
that's what it is."
Vaughn. That dick was good, wasn't it?
It was straight. I mean, I did most of the work, but it was good.
you did most.
Oh, that looked like it was some good dick. Child, god
So,
damn.
so
I'm
Hmm.
sitting over here looking like, yeah, he is fine sitting over there, right?
Hmm.
That's a
Yes.
fine motherfucker. Okay. Yes,
Yes.
girl, you
We
work for
we
that.
we got it in, bitch. He
uh,
was loving every bit of Vine.
so let
Yes.
me ask you this though: if Jada House was so much like he said, why he just could come and stay with you?
Because he wasn't living with me, like I've been telling the people.
Gotcha.
He wasn't living with me. So why is he gonna be at my house like that? He was with me the weekends where I would, be off and be home. And, wanted a little warm spot in my bed. That's when he was with me. Listen, I fed him very well.
Jesus.
Hmm. Look, the cakes is small, but baby, it gets them together.
Mm.
You know what they say about small packages?
Child.
Child, exactly.
Uh,
You know what
yeah.
he told me?
Mm-hmm.
He said I was the cleanest dude and tasted the best that he had ever had.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. Cause baby, let me tell you, it's a whole process when you involved with me and we gonna be doing the freaky deek. I got to get myself together, so it's given very much good water and fruit.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Like you take a process. You do a whole
I
process.
sure do. It takes me a good hour to get this together. It don't just happen.
An hour just to get yourself dishy out.
Mm-hmm. You never know how deep a nigga wanna go.
Okay.
Shit. And I like to ride.
Also,
Mm.
that's why you doing all the work.
Mm, child. I mean, I'm gonna be doing the work whether I'm on top or bottom.
Not about.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you're not a pillar princess.
Oh no, I got Lord. I've told y'all before. I'm an actress, so I'm gonna do a whole lot of, heaping and hollering. I'm gonna be doing a
Also,
lot.
you like them white girls.
Oh no, I,
Ah.
I don't I don't give the no, I'm not. Yeah, nigga, what? You like that shit, don't you? Uh huh. That's how I like to talk my shit. I tell them what to do if they spending too much time in one position, roll me over.
Oh my God. He said he took
Okay.
control. That's probably what he meant.
Yes, I'm very flexible.
Gotcha. You say you take advantage of every position, baby.
I sure do. We gonna be standing up. You better put me up on the wall. Take me to the kitchen.
What?
Hmm.
So basically, you a porn
I
star.
mean, I'm like that's another reason why I like being skinny because these dudes can just lift me on up and child we be on our way to Japan and back.
Uh-huh.
But I'm saying, ain't that's a lot of work?
Mm-mm. Not if you're dealing with somebody that know what they're doing. If he ain't no punk.
Yeah. Mm.
If you can't lift me up, then you at the wrong house.
How
Okay.
what happens to just rolling over in the bed and marry people sex?
Mm-mm. That's boring.
Mm.
No, that's not good, baby. Who you been fucking, Greg?
No, I'm just saying. I like comfortable. I don't be like to work. It's sick. It's supposed to be enjoyable. It's not
Mm.
enjoyable when you gotta work.
Yes.
Yeah.
If the sheets ain't wet by the time you done, it was
Oh,
pointless.
see now.
Mm.
You supposed to be able to just go right to sleep, roll back over, and go to bed.
That's when you just get you a towel and you just put it on top and then you go to bed.
I had no idea job was being passed around here.
Child, all I know is I got to him first. Ain't nobody else have that.
But Bun, though, based upon the timeline, he was talking to you. If the allegations are true about him trying to fuck Jada, it was when he was dealing with you though.
No, but we hadn't fucked by then.
Y'all had fucked by then. When we filmed this scene, y'all had definitely fucked by then because the scene already had happened when y'all came in together. You
Oh,
gotta
you
remember,
know what? You got a point.
yeah, this was leading up to the dinner. Remember, the dinner is like 3 weeks, 2 weeks
Well, I'm
away.
saying I'm saying as far as like the whole situation of what he was supposed to have going on with J Dot, they like by that point, like
Well,
when I
they
actually
is not
first got.
included, but with the job, you gotta remember when he got in middle with Ja. with Jada, he was already dealing with you. Remember, he was supposed to be going to your house when they
Look,
had.
as long as he didn't have sex with anybody before me
No, no, no.
out of the
That's why I
cast.
said if it's true because
Oh, okay.
I don't know because like I said, somebody brought up a great point. He didn't deny when Jada put him on blast.
Oh well, that's what he said. That's what I was saying. As far as like, if he really did put his ass on him, I don't think they did anything more than that. But the ass thing, that could have very well happened. But I mean, that's not really big. That's very elementary to me. So
Guys, as long as they in the court,
like grown niggas, like, we ain't doing just all the butt rubbing. We gonna get right to it.
not put it in.
Get it in.
I got you. But like you said too, I think it's more so too. It's kind of two things. It's like you have an understanding with him, but then you realize he's a young guy, and what do
Right.
young guys do in Atlanta? They have a good time. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
that part just makes you like understand him more because he was young as fuck. So niggas gonna be a nigga, even grown niggas, older niggas. So he young too, new here in the city. He look good, you know.
Yeah, but I don't see him wanting to fuck J Dot. I mean, he said it himself that there was just too many things with him where he just wouldn't fuck him.
But do you think that he wanted Jada to be the like he wanted you to be the girl, but he wanted
You
Jada?
know what? You know what? And I am
I
going to
don't.
say,
I still don't believe that, because, like I said, Job pretty much said that
mm-mm.
he.
But never know. It could have been the whole opposite way around. Never know. Never know.
Right, that's
That could
right.
be what he
You
was
never know.
feeding.
Nothing is 100% because it's still he say. You know what I mean? So nothing is 100%. But we do have text messages.
Because even when he was being confronted about it, he seemed like he didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I don't know. So, no.
Yeah, Josh still
Mm.
stays this. He still says the same thing to this day. I talked to him earlier, and we
I
got to
kind of
talk
feel
about that a
like
little.
even in the moment of him breaking it, J Dot breaking it down to him, he seemed like he was still lost. That's why I'm kind of like rethinking it over
But he's saying
and
lost in
seeing,
a way that it was exposed. It could be either way. Once
yes,
nothing was
absolutely.
100% because we wasn't there. Jada do
Hmm.
have messages to allude that they was fucking, but it never was a direct say that
You
you
know
tried to
what,
fuck.
honey?
I mean,
Mm-mm,
so I don't know.
mm-mm.
I think it just
You know what? You
it's
would have to
public
see the
perception.
traits of this character, honey. What type of character he is. Jamal, didn't he touch Jamal in his grind area? Like, who does that? You know what? So no,
Hmm.
I'm lining all the patterns up. Like, it's signs. No.
Mm. We ain't been
Mm.
hearing about Jamal in none of the episode lately.
Oh well, you know what? I apologize. No, no, no. Well, you know what? I think it's been previews of it on the internet. It's
Yeah,
been
no, it's coming up.
flying.
It's more towards the end of the season when that happens.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I do
that's
apologize.
when you and him got into it again. You and
You
Jada
know
ass.
what?
Yeah.
Something in the milk ain't clean, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Even from him, ooh, shut up, shut up. You know what? I'm thinking I'm barking up more than I can motherfucking chew. Let me shut the fuck up. Ooh, that bitch finna light me up, but I don't give a damn. Ooh, ooh, I was really finna get into that house. Ooh, she was not gonna like me after this. You know what? You know what? Hurt people hurt people. And you know what? And I'm just gonna say that hurt people hurt people. And I'm gonna leave it right there
Right.
because I can go on and I can go on. Sometimes people can live what they done been through and do it to others, and that could be their nasty, dirty little secret, and we'll never know nothing about it. Not saying that's J Dot, but people have a lot of demons they are fighting, and I kind of believe that may be one. You know,
Mhm.
I'm not here to crucify because it's been many a times that motherfucker has crucified me.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But I'm just gonna lay that out there because people have been. I'm
Karma, you went out.
or hate karma. Oh, hello? Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah, we hear you now.
I'm not saying to be that this is a hate train to J Dot, or this is a hate train on me, but just I don't know. It's just
You
crazy.
got a lot of answers. You got a lot of questions, basically.
Mhm.
Hey, that's fair. I think, like I was telling someone, I said, I think it can all be fair game when you get on a platform like this. Everything gonna come out.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Girl, Miss Jada.
Not Miss J Dot.
I'm about sick of her, honey. I'm just gonna be honest. It's okay to be honest. I can take that. But that bitch want to beat around the bush and say you like me, bitch, knowing good and well you don't like me. Stop it,
Mm.
girl. I can fuck with a bitch like that. Okay, bitch. Yeah, but can't fuck with you.
You saying just say that, just come out and say it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that. Let's be real. We all supposed to be ground.
I'm sure Brian gonna have a lot to say next week, though. Oof.
Child, am I?
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay, 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 okay.
Yep. But I think we get to seven, it'll be a little. I'm glad the conversation will shift a little bit from the last two episodes about to play out, and then we're kind of like over the darkness. Too dark, but
Hmm.
one
Yeah,
more.
because I really need answers. Because actually, I heard around that time, I think it was actually like a day after, 2 days after, but I heard something about what was it? Something about old girl that had said what they said about me, had
Hmm.
said something to someone else in the group, like to the effects of, "Why was you so quiet? You ain't say nothing." Um, Pretty much about the whole allegations, and so I guess there was someone else in that group that
Hmm.
was pretty much that was pretty much amening what she said about it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know. I think I know what you're talking about. But you ain't surprised about that person. That person agree with anybody you talking to.
Yeah, it's kind of why I left it alone and I didn't bring it up because I was like, at that point, we were supposed to be working on,
Right.
kind of building something together. So I didn't say anything. That's
But that's what I'm
why.
saying. He liked that, so you can. Well, you can take it personal because your name on the line, right? But yeah,
Hmm.
most likely you right because that, like I said, when that person around, he going to agree. He going to see everybody's side. Let me just say it the nice way. So
Hmm.
seeing everybody's side mean that he could see their side too. So yeah, you right. You right about that.
Yeah.
So how do you think hearing it? How would that make you feel?
It's gonna be just a situation where I'm just kind of like, bitch, you was that wrong, but I mean, we moved past that, and
Right.
my real beef was with the person that was really putting it out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I can see that. But I think certain things, like you said, you don't want certain things just on your name if it's not true. So
Right, exactly. And I feel like if I had handled it in the other way, as far as just kind of sweeping it on the rug like it didn't happen, that would have been a really bad look on me. And I wasn't about to have people thinking that they was gonna be just trying to punk me because that ain't happening.
gotcha. Well, hopefully y'all get to make up. We'll fix it.
I don't think we ever will, honestly.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think we ever will. I'm not counting on it. Um, I feel like it's one of those things where it's like we definitely could have been cool, but because you decided to be just so fake after we were supposed to be trying to, establish something between each other,
Hmm.
it's just crazy to me. It's like you came out of nowhere after we had already squashed everything, and I didn't even say anything bad about you. Really, I said what I said that you pretty much felt like you was all that and you was the shit. That's what I said that was so bad for you to feel like you can go behind my back and say something that's really foul. That's
Mm,
crazy. So the fact that I was able to, give another chance and, let's try to just work through that. And then you end up just, like I said, going behind my back and talking shit about me. It's like, how am I supposed to feel? I can't trust you because you the type of bitch that you could be smiling on my face saying that everything's all cool and shit. And then the next moment you talking shit about me behind my back. And I
mm,
don't have friends like that. I don't deal with friends like that. Like I should never have to trust like what you out here saying about me and the fact that we could be cool and then you can just out of nowhere say something so crazy. You are not someone who I want to be friends with.
mm,
Mm-mm, not at all. But I feel like it comes from a place of jealousy, honestly. I don't think it has anything to do with anything else. I think it very much has to just do with being jealous and not being secure with yourself. Because if there's someone in a group that I'm really not caring for and I'm not threatened by them, I'm not saying shit about them because they ain't no threat. But the fact that I make you so uncomfortable, that speaks volumes.
mm. So you think you make them feel like uncomfortable when you're around?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm,
Because if I'm so secure with myself, I'm not worried about what the next bitch is doing.
yeah.
But the fact that if I'm the topic of discussion, or you want to make me the topic of discussion, it's always something negative. So it's just like this all can't be coming from me saying that you thought you was all that and you thought your shit don't stink. That is not going to come from me making those statements, especially after we squashed everything after those statements were made. So that's how I feel about it. But I'm definitely not holding my breath to fix anything there. If they were to like apologize and everything, like we could be cordial, but we would never be like cool for real.
Mm-hmm. That's understandable.
Yes, sir.
So you gotta set them boundaries if that don't work for you, you know?
And that's what I think he's used to, though. Not with maybe all of his friends, but some of them. I think that he's used to them just accepting his attitude and just sweeping things under the rug. But you can't do that with someone like me because I don't need friends. I don't care about your friendship, so that's not gonna work with a bitch like me. I'm gonna put you in your place every time.
I gotcha.
Hmm.
Well, we get into part two next week, so we'll see how this unfold, and we'll be at the dinner by episode 7. Um, and after episode 7, I think the cast trip is after that, so that's gonna be something different. I'm excited for them to see the cast trip.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that cast trip actually no drama compared to actually in the city.
Hmm.
The cast trip actually really for like more good
Yeah, it
time.
was more. It was more on a positive note,
Hmm. It was what it was, so I think they're gonna enjoy that like a lot. Um,
and it gives a break from all the drama. Like you need a
yeah,
little break from that.
yeah, but when we get back, uh, oh yeah, when we get
Hmm.
back is when Karma and Jamal get into it, and you and
Hmm.
Jamal. Well, now that was before the cast trip actually.
Yeah, that was before.
Yeah, that was before the cast trip because that's when you up, he got on you about bringing it up at the dinner.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's still crazy to me.
yeah, that's gonna actually be probably in the same episode as the cast trip. The cast trip not gonna be too long because there wasn't too much going on there.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not gonna be probably just one episode, maybe. Well, probably 1.5. Yeah, probably like a 1.5. I'd say, but yeah, most likely like a 1 or 1.5 to get back to the stuff that was going on here.
We ready. How long is this next episode?
I don't even know yet. I know when I start laying it out and setting it off, it's gonna be very so next episode gonna go back into everybody's storylines. So you going to the sex shop, Lottie working on her nonprofit, Ty working on his stuff, probably think J Dot doing his business, and who else I'm missing? Yeah, that's y'all four, and then it's gonna be, going into, writing sessions, stuff like that. It'll be more of that, and then of course the final conversation concerning this matter that we left off at, as well as going into how your stuff had got started before the dinner. So it'd be like
Mm-hmm.
more of that. I think we got enough group stuff going on. I think kind of like just getting back into the storylines of things that y'all was focused on outside the group is the focus for next week.
All right.
Yeah, that's the focus for next week. Um, but yeah, it's a good episode. Deception or Perception Part 1, Part 2 will be next Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Hopefully that make more sense to you guys of what's going on. So y'all, when we get to the dinner, you understand how a lot of stuff blew up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. Final thoughts? Anything from you, Vondell? Final thoughts?
No, I think that the episodes have been great. I love watching them, and I'm ready to see the rest of the drama unfold.
I know. Well, next week, child, we'll get into your stuff, honey. We'll get into it. Get into it. I gotta I think actually next week Ty's supposed to do the after show, and then I think the week following the big fight I'm gonna have you, Bun, and probably Lottie to do the episode 7 after show.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be a lot to break down.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, so um that's on 7. So and after 7 we'll see what things come. But I'm about
All
to get
right.
out of here, huh? Carmela. Oh, Conrad. Mom Jada say, comma, comma, comma. Where's she? Is she gone?
She looked really good there.
Oh yeah, she did. Jada was on fire, child. Firecracker.
Mm-hmm.
He was
For
on
sure.
fire. Actually, it's some
Yep.
more to that. So you see him walk away, but he actually, you'll see next week. It's a conversation we're gonna have 1-on-1, and I think nobody ever heard that conversation. So I think that probably give a little people a little more perspective and stuff. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because he had just like left. He didn't want to film anymore.
Mm. He looks good there. I like his outfit that he has on.
Yeah, that was my favorite look of him. Actually, though, I'm glad I said the same thing. Like when we see, I was like, "Oh shit!" The hat,
Yeah.
the
He looks
yes,
he looks good there.
he do. That was my favorite look of him with that hat,
Mm-hmm.
the shades, and that outfit. It was very much like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, he should have gave that vibe a lot more. I like that.
Yes, yeah. It's so funny you said it. That's so. I remember the night I seen him, and also too though, with this scene, he didn't know Lottie and Karma was gonna be there.
He thought it was just gonna be him and Ja.
But Ja thought it was just gonna be him and Jada.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like blindsided by them because I wanted them there just in case he tried to say something that he didn't say. So I wasn't sure.
Right.
So let me bring them so they can say she
Mm-hmm.
said or didn't say. But like I said, to me with him, he owned it and he apologized. But I think
Yeah, I
they,
think that was good. That was definitely warranted because he shouldn't have said that.
yeah. And I think I said, so your intention sometimes don't match your action. So that's when you have to be very intentional about what you do. So I don't think he
Mm-hmm.
meant any harm to say, let me go out to jail. Not on that matter. I do think
Right.
he's telling about Jada business his house, like he knew what he was doing with that part. But I do think with the others, the first stuff, I think he was just talking too much.
He was, because the thing is like Ja, and like we would talk about a lot of stuff, and he would always say, I know you're not gonna go around and say this, so I mean, I
No, you
trust
don't. I know
you.
you ain't.
But the fact that he felt like he could actually say it around Karma and Lottie is like, what
Why
the
we
fuck were you
filming?
doing?
Why we
Right. It didn't make no sense. I'm like, boy, and that's what I said to him. I said, it's being filmed, and you said this shit, it's gonna come up. I was like, child, you got a lot to learn.
Though I say he young, that's why you really can't blame. You be like, okay, I get it.
Exactly. You can't. You really can't. That's why I couldn't get upset with him over the topic, just talking about him, me and him, because it was literally like, well, yeah, we did agree that we weren't going to actually be together. That was never supposed to be a thing.
Mhm.
But it's just that I told him, I said, it's not about what you're saying, it's how you say things that people are going to remember,
Remember
and
and
that's
hold
when you're
on
gonna.
to. That's what
Mm-hmm.
people hold on to. What you feel. It's how you make them feel. That's a good valid point. It's not what you say.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the time how you say it. I was just told him like, you know, you said that about him. Don't be mad at production shit. Like, don't put
Mm-hmm.
words in your mouth. But if you
Right.
say
I mean, at the end of the day, you said it.
right, you mad because how we playing now? I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's out my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Promise you, he came. We at that point, I knew he was in that Jada house because that's the because he filmed. He actually came to sing to Jada one of Jada's scenes, and I was mad at Jada. I'm like, bro, why the fuck you like? Because Jada brought him and he brought the boy from Bad Boys Club, and I was just like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
why you bringing him? So I knew he was staying with him, but he the one brought up all that stuff about he was staying over there and this experience, and I was just like, shit. I was asking questions. You kept giving.
Mm-hmm.
Asking like, oh, what? Okay,
But I'm telling you, had him and J Dot messed around, me and John never would have messed around at all.
why you
It
say
wouldn't have
that?
happened
Jada that bad?
because it's just one of those things where
That
that's something
sounds
that
so
we agreed
shady.
on. It's something
Oh,
that we
why
agreed on. That,
Jada?
huh?
Why Jada? Why y'all agreed up on Jada? So-
Well, it was everyone in the group that we talked about. Like, it was one of those
okay,
things where he knew that if he would have messed around with someone from the
so
group,
if you
no
would have,
matter who it was.
so to be clear, and you're not just saying this, it wasn't just Jada. It was literally if you mess around with anybody in the group, you was not gonna be sexually active with him.
Right, anybody in the group. If he had done anything sexual with him, he knew that me and him were not going to be doing nothing, because that's what I said. I'm not about to be one of the few different people that you was messing with out of our same group. That's just tacky, and I'm not doing that.
I got you. I got you.
I didn't give a
So
damn who
did
he
y'all
slept with
say this
outside of that.
before sex or after you found out the sex was good?
Wait, what was that?
Did y'all come to this agreement before sex or after sex? After that first time, you know how sometimes you have sex and you set rules, or was these rules put in place in the
Oh no,
beginning?
this was before.
Okay,
This is before we had had sex. We talked about, because we had been talking about stuff and talking about, if we messed around and shit like that. And I told him, I said, I'm not messing with you if you messing with anybody else out of our group. I said, that's nasty, and I'm not doing it. And that's what it was.
that's why you say again, you will be 100% shocked if the Jada stuff is true.
Yeah, I would be 100% shocked if he actually messed around. Now, I don't think that they did, because I feel like now if these messages says that, oh yeah, it was good last night or whatever,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah,
different.
yeah.
But being that J Dot has said, and I don't, and J Dot, so J
But
Dot,
Jada
especially being a
said that he
Pisces,
messed around though. He said his thing was he was more calling him out that he wanted to. He never said
right? And
that.
this is also just coming up from like what other people have said on other lives and stuff too. Like, I believe that nothing happened between them. Now, as far as what could have happened and him, Ja rubbing his ass on him and shit, I don't put that past him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't put
Do
that
that?
past him.
Do that count for you to breaking y'all rules? Do that count?
Nah, but had something came from it and they actually ended up fucking around, yeah.
Gotcha. So, question: let's say hypothetically that would have happened. Would you have made a problem with Jada, or you would have dealt with Ja?
I just would have told, no, it definitely wouldn't have been a thing with J Dot, just because I feel like one, Ja wasn't my boyfriend. We weren't in a relationship.
Mm.
And two, you never go to the dude. You never go to the bitch. Like it's
Okay.
always you and the dude that
But
you are having this
you
thing
have an
with.
understanding with, bitch.
Exactly. It's like you knew what it was. Me and Jada didn't have all these conversations about what we was gonna do and what was cool and what wasn't cool. My conversation was with you. So if you had went and did something with him, my beef is with you.
Why do it seem like? Because, like I said, that's why I say deception or perception. Why do it seem like Ja would just literally just having his way with all of y'all? Why is that the perception that you feel like is out there to do? Because, like, I know you're just not a blind. You know, I feel like you're very intelligent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I say that in a sense of like a part of you have to know that. When I know, because I don't know this for a fact, so let me take that back. But do a part of you feel like he definitely was trying to always find a better situation? The fact that
Um.
he was dealing with this person and this person in some capacity, because anytime there's confusion, it's just like, what are you doing? Just sit down, like
Mm-hmm.
just go sit
Mm-hmm.
right there. Like, you doing too much, bro. Even though your intention
Right.
is not to fuck, it's just like, why, like, why you over there? Like, what are you doing? So at one
Yeah.
point, did you ever feel like he was just doing too much? Just like, why are you engaging in these things with these people, even if they're not sexually? It just seemed like, do you not understand? Like, you're giving them more ammo.
I think what it was is the fact that Ja comes from like a small town, so I feel like he really had never been in a position where like he's getting all this attention and it's kind of fun for him. So I feel like that was part of the reason why he did things that way. Um,
Gotcha.
I feel like because he had already seen the previous season and he obviously had a liking to Vay, he came in thinking that okay,
Yeah,
there
and I
could
think.
probably be.
Do you think people just now know that's never look good to come in saying you know people on a reality show? Because the first thing they're gonna say
But
is
that
your name.
shows you him his age and not
Yes,
being
yes,
around
yes,
like that
yes.
type of scene. This is the
Thing,
first
yeah, that's
time
true.
he's been around
Because
gays
you know
like
the
that.
girl's gonna say you a fan. They go
Exactly.
that just like, so yeah, you're right. It's yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Because ain't no way I would come in. I'm gonna be Mariah Carey first. I don't know how.
Look, okay. For
Because
real.
if
No,
you
yes.
come in saying, "Oh my
Yeah,
God,
I'm not
girl,"
gonna be doing all and I didn't do that with nobody. But like I said, I'm also older. So
yeah,
I know
yeah.
that I wouldn't do things that way, but it's
But
just
when you
him, it's his
said it though, it
age.
clicked in my head, like you said, like he didn't know, and that's what the thing about. I think Job felt like he probably felt like production, like, and I think and I get it because you going out. My intention is not to do that, so why the story still have to come out? Because when you doing a reality show, you have to be committed to telling the story of what happened because
Mm-hmm.
every party got to have their side. So that's what the way it was in person. It's not like, oh, we're gonna make Ja look bad. Ja was just
Right.
the gift that kept on giving, which is
And at the end of the day, he had no one to blame but himself because you said those things, you did those things. So you can't put blame on anybody else but yourself.
yeah, yeah.
You saying
And I
that
think
production made you say these things, production made you do these things, production made you go to J Dot's house. No, you did all that on your
that,
own.
and that's another thing. I wish they'll stop doing it. Like, why are you going to stand at another person house you filming with when you don't know them? Because you got to consider them.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all newbies. You don't know that person. You don't know how that's going to turn out. Why would you go stay with them? And y'all
Mm-hmm.
coming to film it every other week or every week.
I
You
think at
either
that
know.
time, I think at that time, he was pretty much in survival mode.
Well,
Where
I get the why, but what I'm just saying though, if he was older, I think he would have moved different. He
oh
wouldn't have
yeah, for
let that
sure.
be. He wouldn't be just telling everybody, oh, I'm over at Jada house. He wouldn't be just saying it openly.
For
He would be just
sure.
posting stuff so people can just come up with their perception. Because you realize
Mm-hmm.
perception is reality when you do this because it's filming, it's cutting, it's editing. So why give it? So that's why I was working him with
Mm-hmm.
him through that. I'm like, the best thing you
Well,
can
he
do.
said that, you know what? When I talked to him, he did say that. He said, he said, if I could, I wish I could have controlled the narrative of me a lot more, a lot better than what I did. And that's what it came down to because he just young, not knowing how to move and not really having the
And I
street
think
smarts.
and I think that you have to realize that was nobody mad at him. They just listen. They don't want to be in the hot seat, so they're gonna be in your business. When you give them something to work
Mm-hmm.
with, You got 10 people filming, like, and you got some shit going on. What you think they gonna do? They gonna ask questions. So he didn't want people asking
Mm-hmm.
questions because he feel like I fixed the situation with Jada. And I'm like, it don't work like that. They're gonna still ask their questions.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
Exactly.
the reality. They're gonna still talk about it. So why not you have the conversation with them? I said, come in the scene and you already address it. If you wait an hour and the scene going, they gonna think you hiding shit. Just say, well, I know
Mm-hmm.
y'all guys might have heard, but boom, boom. I want to say that I was wrong. Boom, boom.
Right.
That's how you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Versus just giving space. When you give space, perceptions and your thoughts sort of going in that space. So I really wish he would have continued because I think he would have realized it wasn't as bad as he thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And he never, by the time you just do it, you don't have to do it all the time.
Can you hear me, Greg? Can
Vaughn,
you hear me? Can you
yes,
hear
can you
me?
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was. I think he was the gift. I think him and Jada would have been the gift that keep on giving.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I think he wasn't. I honestly felt like, as far as doing reality TV, I think he needed another like year or two to work on himself. He wasn't ready for what this was gonna be. I think he looked at this in a whole different
yeah,
way. I
I
think.
think he look at it as a music thing more so than a reality show. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like,
Yeah.
no, it's the music part, but yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like once the drama started, he didn't know like how to navigate that.
gotcha. And like I said, my thing of it is too with him too. What I used to say a lot about it just went to me wouldn't have been as bad as he thought it was in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's never
Yeah.
that bad. It's never as good as you think it's gonna be. It is never gonna be as bad as you think it's gonna be. So it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
always be that. You have to make it. If you want that to be more, you have to do that. But it's just not gonna fall in your lap like that. So
Right, right. No, and I've noticed that too with watching these episodes. I'm like, oh, okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
right, right,
Because with talking to other people from the cast, they'll say certain things, and it seems like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. So what's gonna be said, and this, and that. And then when I seen stuff play out in these episodes, I'm like, oh, okay, that wasn't bad. So okay, whatever.
yeah. It's out. Sometimes it be more about the confessionals than the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
They definitely are.
So but yeah, I think he was a good addition. I think he was. He was a young, exciting. But like I said, everybody just got this doubt or perception that he was just like out there, or like
Mm-hmm.
it just. And I think he was so honest about. I'm just gonna be real. Yeah, I did have a thing for Jamal. Yeah, I did have a thing for Bay. So it's just like it just don't help the perception. You know what I
It
mean?
doesn't. Well, I
But,
told him.
yeah,
I said, I told
stop
him. I said,
telling people that.
yeah. And I told him. I said, the people who are watching this. I said he was like, because he's wondering like what had been said. And I told him. I said, people think you busy, and you have that's your fault because of how you moved.
And I think all of it one sexual. Like I think he probably. I'm gonna give you a first example with Jamal. I think him and Jamal, like he said, they used to talk on the phone. He thought it was gonna be one thing. He got down here, and it wasn't. I think that's true. I think the same thing with Vay. It's true. The thing of it is, he never tied those ends up. When you don't tie those ends up when you doing this, because first he, like
Mm-hmm.
you said, he never thought to do it because you're not thinking that far ahead because you never done it
Mm-hmm.
before and you young. So I think it was just so like you say, I think everything he said is true. It is just when you don't tie loose ends up in doing this,
Mm-hmm.
it leave room for perception, it leave room for conversation. So every time I was coming to scene, people was already showing their messages of him in their inbox from in real time or time before. So they started thinking like, damn, he in everybody inbox. And he could have been
Mm-hmm.
doing it friendly, but you in there by the inbox.
Right, which it just makes you look bad because it just makes you look like you a hoe. You just be trying to talk to everybody. Which
Like,
so
exactly.
that's another reason too. When I was looking back at things around that time, I'm like, you know what? I definitely about to put all my eggs in this basket because he got too much going on, and I know what
Yeah,
type of dude I am. For me to
and
be
that's what
dealing
I
with
said
you,
though. You gotta be like, bro, sit down. Like you doing like
mm-hmm,
just sit down. It's not. I know you don't mean no harm, but I'm telling you, you ain't gonna like how this is looking. Yeah, just
mm-hmm,
why you here?
mm-hmm,
Just sit down. I think if he had somebody like that to just anchor him, I think he would have got it because, like I said, it's perception. It's him not tying them loose in. It's those conversations when they see like, oh, he was talking to me too. Like, cause remember at game night is kind of how it all got started. When everybody when they was like, who is the person that's gonna most likely threesomes and or Jamal had revealed that he was in his inbox and they.
mm-hmm.
I think you said something too, but I can't remember to what extent that you said something too. So everybody was at that point kind of like, and then that's when J Dot told me he'd be on the phone with him to like for 4 hours till in the morning. So I'm like, what? So
Yeah. And Ja's very much like that. Like we did that shit all the time. Ja likes to talk on the phone. Like we talk often. Well, when we do talk, a lot of times he's calling me when I'm driving and working. But Ja likes to talk on the phone. We did the same
I
shit.
believe it. Like I said again, it's the perception though. It's the
Mm-hmm.
messages. It's the what I mean. You're not there. You're not tying no loose ends around, or you just moving freely. Therefore,
Mm-hmm.
now you got all the four people you in their inbox where they could be music, and you now they see your phone. Now everybody like, damn. So now you start thinking like, damn, he talking to him too, because now they also thinking like he didn't tell me he talked to him like that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Jamal didn't know that he was also talking to Jada on the phone allegedly too at that time. Um,
Yeah.
so it just lead that because you sort of think like why he didn't tell me this. So when you feel like a person tell you something, we automatically go into the we automatically sort of thinking you hiding something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
talk all the time, and you didn't tell me you talked to Jada like you talked to me.
Yeah, I remember when those messages were coming up and I had talked to him about it, and it was just, oh, he's lying, this, and that, and I would never touch him sexually because of X, Y, and Z, and this, and that, and his
Hmm.
house, and his house ain't up to par, and just so, like I said, that's why I'd be surprised, just because it's like, damn, you talked bad about this dude,
I
like
know
you
you, but
talked bad.
you remember me and you had that conversation because we was like
Mm-hmm.
that Jada stuff can't be true. And I really didn't
Yeah.
believe it either because of what we talked about. And
Mm-hmm.
also when Jada showed them messages that night, what you gonna see, when everything started to come up, that's when like people perception started to be like, wow, Jada not telling us he not lying. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and J Dot definitely don't he don't come across as the type to be lying. So that's why I'm like, you know what? If that's what you did, if this is what you said, then that's just what it is. I mean, just be upfront about it. Like, who gives a fuck? At that point, it just would have been more of a, I'm not messing with you in that way because you did end up doing X, Y, and Z. But we can still be cool, and that's just what it would have been.
right, but you would never just like cut him off in that regard.
Yeah, I wouldn't just cut him off completely. We could have been cool and just been friends and all that. But as far as anything sexually happening between us, it would have never happened.
Mm.
Mm-mm. It definitely wouldn't have.
No, no, no. She not doing it, huh?
Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't move like that. It's just it's too close for comfort. It's
Yes,
just
I'm with
trashy to me.
yeah. If you can stay out of that, then it's you right. It's you can never lose without you can never lose going that route.
No. You can't. And that's why I told him that was one of the reasons why when we were talking and I was telling him that, with my reservations that I had and I knew about like because of what people were saying already, I'm like, oh, this dude we could never have an actual relationship. Like he's got too much going on. So I made up my mind early when I first started talking to Ja that we literally were gonna be friends, kick it. If we end up doing sexual shit, fine, it happens. But if you think you're gonna be messing with someone else in this group that we're in, we're not gonna be
So you
doing
saying
nothing.
when y'all started talking, you had no idea that y'all would actually be start doing sexual stuff. Y'all really would just start out as friends.
Right. We started off as friends. I wasn't even looking at Ja like that. It wasn't until Ja had approached me and then started letting me know that he was, looking at me like that. So I was like, okay, okay, let's hang out and just feel the vibes. And
Oh
that was
yeah.
that.
Hmm.
Yeah, we had talked about that stuff early on before we started getting sexual. Like I told him, I said, you if you want to mess with people in the group, that's fine with me, but we just won't be doing anything. And he was like, no, that's cool. He said, I honestly, he said, I seen so and so online and they looked good, but then when I seen them in person, they didn't look good, so I wasn't feeling that. And
Not the
that
girls
was pretty
giving
much
catfish. Catfish.
yes, yes.
Girl.
So, yeah, we had talked about a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that was going on, I knew about it because Ja had ended up calling me, or we talked about it when we were together. So I knew about a lot of the stuff that's been coming up in these episodes.
Was it because Jamal was feminine, or he just the weight?
Oh,
Or
it was just Ja being open about it and upfront. Like
no,
he
what I'm
literally
saying
we
though, what did he find about Jamal being not look like his pictures? What I'm saying, was it because he
he
was?
just he just said he didn't look as good as he looked in his pictures online. That when he met him in person, that it wasn't given what he's seen online.
Gotcha.
And then I guess some other things about, like, I guess Jamal's lifestyle with which whatever was going on with
Yeah,
Jamal, he just
yeah,
didn't like it. So he was like, okay, yeah, I'm not messing with that.
yeah, yeah. It was a lot. Oof, oof. It was.
Hmm.
They did it.
And I think the J Dot thing, and especially if it came to what J Dot saying happened, I think that when I was talking about surviving and just he went into survivor mode, I think that's what that was, just
But why you
wanting to like
felt
secure
like y'all was staying together? Where you think that came? Where you think that perception came from?
where people thought we were staying together.
Yeah, and that's why I would say too.
Oh,
Though, did you at one point you never just be like, since you going through that stuff at J Dot house, just come over here full time?
no. So that's one of the things that I'll never understand why people kept bringing that up and saying, "Oh, he lives with you. He lives with you." Like he never lived with me. He was only ever over if it was like a weekend I was off and he was in town filming. So I would just be like, "Okay, well, I'm someone who you can trust, so you can stay with me. That's cool." Because when we first started out, like I said, we were just very much on the friends tip. So I think with J Dot situation, I think that if that happened it was to try to secure, have some security while he was in Atlanta because he didn't know what was
Mhm.
going on with his living situation. So I think that's where that may have came from.
Gotcha.
Because if you asked him about anything about how he felt about J Dot, his looks and his house and everything, you would never think that he would be into J Dot in that way.
Lord.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole story, honey.
Child, yes. It sure is.
So I already know. At least I thought I
Mm-hmm.
knew. So I'm like, girl, what is the truth?
Right. Exactly.
What the people not saying?
I'm telling you, it's a hot mess.
Hot Mess Express. Child, it's a lot, but yes. Tell Jay he got about two more episodes. We ain't gonna see him tomorrow after the dinner.
Oh,
Episode
that's
7,
right.
a whole new batch
That's
of
right.
drama.
But look, season still ended up being explosive without the people that ended up, not finishing in one way or another.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I knew that. I didn't even second thought when he left.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, yeah, yeah. I think, but like I said, I think like you said too, he just would probably realize he wouldn't be able to control that narrative. And
Mm-hmm.
that
Because
was
he was being too messy with everything.
yeah,
When you're
too
messy like
early.
that and you're not cleaning up behind yourself, there's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be like Bumley said, a mess in a palace.
Yes. Like, see, that's the thing. But you know what? Like I said, Josh still at that young age and he don't know how to really move in these spaces. That's why I never was worried about like when these episodes would come on. I never was worried about my confessionals. I wasn't worried about what happened in real time because I just know I'm a real person. Like I'm real. Like I don't talk if I don't like you, you know it. Like it is what it is. I don't do that fake shit.
Like, I got you. What you saying? Ain't nothing to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you being messy like that, there's bound to be shit that you got to clean up.
Shit in the palace, Sandy. But like I said, it's like you know, yeah. Cause he got in a crossfire with you and Todd situation
Did he?
at the dinner when Todd was talking about, I don't want no broke ass nigga like him or something like that.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, you don't remember that? Well, you see it.
I don't remember. But my thing is a shit, and even if that's the case, I mean, why are you so pressed about what's going on between us? I wouldn't say shit about y'all because if y'all ain't got, I mean, it's weird to me. Like when you start saying, commenting on people that aren't supposed to matter to you, and you don't give a damn, and you wouldn't talk to them in this way because of this. Like, then why try to stir up so much shit?
Yeah.
I think that's weird. That's really weird to me. Like, I've always been the type of person that if I don't care for somebody, I'm just not talking to you, and I ain't saying shit about you because I just don't care for you. Like, but when you start attacking people and putting certain words on their name and shit, that's when things get ugly.
Mm-hmm. Real ugly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we end up almost in the middle of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Almost in the middle. Next week, episode 6, part 2.
Yes,
Part
we are ready.
And then we get to this dinner, child. We'll see how that's gonna play out.
Oh, a lot of people gonna have a lot to say about that in the comments for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I like that good. Tell that place up like that.
Right. I I remember that shit like yesterday. I'm always gonna remember it like it happened yesterday.
Yeah. Some people
That was a
just get their
lot.
food too.
Child, I'm glad I got my shit and it wasn't thrown.
Oh, so your food was secured.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I was good.
Hmm.
You can't waste time like that at the dinner table with bitches like that.
Okay.
You gotta eat your shit and
Yeah, I guess
wash
that's
it
more that
down.
more that down bit.
Mm-hmm.
Putting that bitch right on put her at the table by herself.
They should have put it in their lap. That's what they should have did.
Put the food in their lap.
Mm-hmm. Just put their plate on their lap. Just sit right there. Put your plate on lap like there ain't no table there.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Maybe they would have got to eat.
eat a little something.
Mm-hmm.
But I will see you guys on next Tuesday for sure. I gotta go to Alabama this weekend, child.
Okay. Have a good time.
I will. I'm sure I'm rest tomorrow, do some other stuff, and be ready to leave Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama. I think I get back. But actually, no, I don't think I'm coming back. I think I'm going to Mississippi after I leave there to go see my grandma and then come back Pride
Is she
weekend.
doing okay?
Yeah, she doing good. I just haven't been down there since March because I've been filming, but I think I'm gonna go to Mississippi and then I just come back down here Pride weekend. Cause Pride
Mm-hmm.
weekend I got a lot going on too again. So events.
Child, you always got a lot going on.
I know
You are
event
a busy man.
photo shoots that week, real life and ballroom photo shoot that weekend. So I gotta do that. So yeah. But yeah, we will see you episode 6.
All
This
right.
6 week. And like I said, I think I want you, Lottie, and Vay to do the after show for episode 7.
Okay.
That's that's the dinner scene.
That works. You know where to find me. Are you still needing that
Yes, I'm gonna get it to like on Mondays and I'll be working on these stuff, so I start on something and communicating, but I promise you I got you tomorrow.
okay.
I
That
see.
works because I think after tomorrow I'm taking my 10 hour uh well, not my 10-hour reset, my 34-hour reset.
Okay, what is up?
I'm taking a break. So I'll be off from after tomorrow, like probably about like 5 o'clock. I'll be off for a little bit, like a day and a half.
Okay, look at you. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll probably get it tomorrow. I'm just gonna work on some other stuff anyway, and I'll just send you a text and tell you what I need to say and all of that.
Okay, that works.
All right, guys. I will see you guys on next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then of course the after show and shit. I'm about to watch. I think Big Brother came on tonight. Watch some other shit tonight. All right, guys. Be blessed.